Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I created a blue cut crease. If you're interested on how I got this look, keep on watching. Alright, so I already have my brows done. So now what I'm going to do is prime my lids. And I'm going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape. And I'm going to be using Morphe M173 brush to blend out the concealer. So I'm going to just apply this all over my eye, and this is going to be my base. I'm going to use my Real Techniques beauty sponge to blend out the concealer a bit more, just so we have a really nice smooth canvas to work on. I'm going to grab the color Helen P from the Sephora Pro Palette Editorial Edition with my Morphe blending brush. So I'm going to set that right on my crease and a little bit above my crease. And I didn't set my concealer. So I'm just starting off little by little and gradually going to be packing on the color. So little bit by little, I'll be adding more and more. I don't want to add too much all at once because that'll be a mess. And I like to work sections by sections. Well, at least for this look. So I want to get it higher than my crease. Just like so. I'm going to go in with my Morphe M576 brush. And it looks like this. And I'll be picking up the color Porcelain. And that is going to go on my brow bone. And I'm just going to tap it in first and then blend it out. I'm going to go back in with the color Helen P, and that's going to be my transition. Okay, now I'm going to just blend it in. And now I'm going to go back with the color Porcelain. So now I'm going to be using the Morphe M433 brush. Looks like this. I'm going to be picking up the color Crease. And that's going to go lower than where we put Helen P. So you want to start off with a little bit at a time, because we're going to be layering these colors. Okay, I'm grabbing more. And I want more of a rounded effect. And I'm going to put that above the color Crease. It's all about layering. You lose those colors, so you want to just go back in with the previous color and then add the color that you put in after that one, and just going back and forth. It for sure takes patience with this to do looks like this, colorful looks, because they require a lot of layering and blend. So now that that is blended a little bit, you can see that we kind of lost the color Crease, the more navy blue color. So we're gonna go back in and add that again. just going to pat it in. And this palette does have some fallout, so if you don't like that, then this palette probably isn't for you. But me personally, I don't really mind it. It's fine. I could just wipe it off. It's no big deal. So now I'm going to go back in again with the Morphe M433 brush again and grab that color Crease and layered it on one more time. Now I'm picking up the color Dina with the same Morphe M433 brush. And I'm going to add that to the crease. A little bit lower than where we put the color Crease. And now I'm going back in with the Morphe R30 brush with whatever is left over from earlier and just blending out the edges. Now I'm going back in with the Morphe M576 brush and I'm grabbing the color Porcelain and adding that to my brow bone again. And now I'm going to cut the crease with my Morphe M421 brush. And my NYX eyeshadow base in the color 01, I believe. It's just a white. Looks like this. I'm going to get a little bit and put it on the back of my hand. So now you're going to see, you're gonna look straight into your mirror and see how your eye opens. I feel like my eye is a little bit hooded. So when I cut the crease, I'm going to go above my natural crease. And then when my brush is dirty like this, I just wipe it off and then I go and grab more white. And then for me, I feel like it's a little bit more challenging to do like this part of my eye because when I open it, it kind of just like creases. So for this side, for this part, I just kind of pat the product in. Now that I have it how I want, I'm going to go back in one more time with the NYX eyeshadow base. I'm going to add a little bit more to get it a little bit more white. Now I'm going in with my Morphe M167 brush and I'm going to grab that color Porcelain again to pack in the white on the lid. And I'm going to just tap, because you don't want to swipe because then you're going to disturb the eyeshadow base and it's just going to swipe it away. Then you don't want that. So just tap it. And remember, you guys don't need to purchase the Sephora Pro palettes. You guys can easily use something more affordable like the BH Cosmetics palettes. I know those are really good. I personally have the 120 color palette, the second edition, and it works great. It works just as good. And you can purchase that one on walmart.com, I believe. Okay, so now that we set the eyeshadow base with the color Porcelain from the Pro palette, now I'm going to grab the color Ice from the same palette with the same brush, the Morphe M167 brush. And when I grab that, I'm going to spray it with some of my Mario Badescu spray just so it appears more opaque on my eye. And now I'm going to pack on that color. And spraying your brush once you have the product on your brush is just going to help the shadow perform a little bit better and appear more opaque. And again, you want to make sure you're using tapping motions and not swiping your brush, because if you're swiping, you're just moving the product that you just laid down before that. Okay, this is what your eye should be looking like, or something similar. I'm going to be grabbing some of that color Helen P again. Just go very lightly, and I'm going to add this to the end, to the edge of my cut crease. And I'm using patting motions. So you want to grab little by little. Okay, and now I'm going to go back in and grab the color Crease, again with the same Morphe M506 brush. And grabbing just a little bit. And then this color, I'm going to put it a little bit after where the color Helen P is. So a little bit behind it, and I'm going to just put it right here. And just patting it. Grabbing a little bit more. And patting it again. Now I'm going to clean my brush. That way I don't have any more dark color on there, and I'm going to clean it. Okay, and now I'm gonna go back in with the color Helen P again and pat that again. Okay, now I'm just going to blend that in a little bit. Going back in with the color with the color Crease again, and adding that again, kind of mixing both of them together, just like that. And now I'm going back in with the Morphe M167 brush and picking up a little bit of that color Ice again, just a little bit. And I'm going to pat it close to the edge to make Helen P and Ice blend together nicely. Now I'm using my Morphe M506 brush again, and I'm going to just kind of drag it starting from here and moving my brush more towards the color Ice to blend that in a little bit further, just like that. Okay, now I want to deepen the outer edge of my eye, and I'm going to be using the color eyelid, I don't know, the black color in the Pro palette. I don't know, it's ILDE, don't know how the hell to spell that. What? I don't know how to pronounce it, okay? I don't know. Eyelid, don't know. The black color. Add that to the very edge. Because I want to make it look a little bit darker. Using a very, very, very light hand. So it's really just all about going back and forth with the colors, you know, adding some and then adding more of what you added before that, and just like that, just layering. Okay, so now to remove all of that fallout, I'm going to just grab my makeup wipe. Okay, so this is what your eye should be looking like. Now I'm going to add my foundation, concealer, and my liner, and then after that that's when I'm going to be smoking out the under part of the eye. I don't like to do that now just because, I don't know, I just prefer to do it once I have foundation and concealer laid on. I just find it a little bit more difficult to add foundation once I added the shadows underneath. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll be right back and show you how I do the bottom of the eye. Okay, you guys, so now that I have my face makeup on, I just applied a little bit of some powder, some translucent powder underneath my eye. That way I don't get any fallout. So now I'm going to use my Morphe M506 brush, and I'm going to grab the color Helen P, and I'm going to run that underneath my eye. And it helps if you like open your mouth and do that stupid like face. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like the face that you do when you put mascara on. That usually helps to get really underneath, so do that. I usually use this for the underneath of my eye. I'm going to use the black in the palette, just a very little bit, and run that right under my lash line. Okay. And before I use another color, I'm going to use my Sephora color switch, and it looks like this. And this is what I use to get the color off of my brush. It works really good. I use it all the time. It doesn't have to be Sephora brand. I know TJ Maxx had some one time, and I did pick one up, and that one I use for my clients, and it works just as good. So now that I got the black color off of my brush, I'm going to use the same brush, and I'm going in with the color Crease, and I'm running that right below where we put the black. And now I'm going back in with my Morphe M506 brush, and I'm taking the color off with my color switch. Just like that. And with nothing on it, I'm just going to blend the bottom. I'm just going to blend the bottom with nothing on the brush, like so. Alright guys, that concludes today's video. I hope you learned something new today. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!